D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I read to bring you this story and our video, and you can check them out yourself, or you can just watch this video where I'm going to review. Oh, gosh, I'm going to read them to you, review them for you. Anyways. This Sunday is Father's Day, and as a father, I just want to say happy Father's Day to all those fathers out there at the time of recording this. Happy Father's Day. It's great to be a dad. Before I get started on this video, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we just keep getting shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. All right, now that we got this out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started on these 3 stories. Sorry. All right, so for my first story this week, okay, so this is a smaller story, but it's pretty good news, or at least I think it is. This comes from Collider, and it says Deadpool 3 release date moved up, which I just go, yes, please. You could move it up even more. Thank you. The change comes amidst handful of release date changes for Disney. If you guys didn't see, Disney had changed up their whole release date schedule, and a lot of their dates for their movies, including like their 2 Avengers movies, those Kang Dynasty and what was that other one? Oh shoot, I can't remember off the top of my head, but those got pushed back. But I think it's just because of the writer's strike and everything, and a lot of changes going on in certain at Disney, with that studio and stuff. Okay. Sorry, I just needed some coffee, some caffeine. Get pumped. Anyways, a whole slew of release date changes has just been announced by Disney, delaying and rescheduling many high-profile projects, from live-action Disney remakes to several high-anticipated Marvel projects. Let's see. One of the film's impact... We need to pause this video because it is distracting me. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Sorry. Okay. One of the films impacted by the newest schedule shift is the long-awaited Deadpool 3. Long-awaited indeed. The film was previously scheduled to release on November 8th, 2024, which is around my birthday. November is my birthday. However, the release date is now set for May 4th, 2024, 6 months ahead of its original release date, which I know it was going to be released in November, my birthday month, but I'm totally okay with an early birthday present, if you get what I'm saying. May's a good month. Anyways, this is certainly good news for fans of the snarky meta superhero, anti-hero, as it has been 5 years since Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool graced theaters. The project began filming late last month in the midst of an ongoing Writers Guild of America strike. The strike is certainly an influencing factor behind many of Disney's latest shuffle in their film release schedule. Sorry, I thought for some reason I saw scuffle, but it wasn't scuffle. Anyways, try not to be illiterate, Matthew. Many familiar faces will be returning to the project, including Karan Soni and Leslie Uggams. If I'm saying their names wrong, I don't care. Also returning is Rob Delaney, who will be reprising his role as Human X-Force member Peter. Not returning to the project is Zazie Beetz, who played the Lucky Domino in Deadpool 2, which I think is not as cool. I really like Zazie Beetz as an actress. I think she's really good. And then I did like her Domino. I know it had some controversy with the race swapping, but I do think that Zazie Beetz made it work, and I thought she did. I just thought she did a great job. So yeah. And while all of these updates are, of course, exciting, perhaps the most exciting addition to the new film is Hugh Jackman, who will be reprising his role as Wolverine in the new film. Yay! Beyond the already exciting prospect of Jackman bringing Wolverine back to the screen, one can't help but be excited to see what kind of platonic and hilarious fireworks might erupt when Jackman and Reynolds come together again on screen. The two have been engaged in sparring matches of sorts, which often manifest as online antics and quippy remarks on Twitter. Yeah, they do. These two are really funny. Let's see. It has been confirmed that Jackman's Wolverine will have a similarly and probably more serious beef with Reynolds' Deadpool. I'm down with that. I'm down with the sickness. Deadpool 3 is being directed by Sean Levy. The film was written by Levy, Reynolds, Rhett Reese, Wendy Molyneux, Paul Wernick, and Leslie Molyneux, or Lizzie Molyneux. Anyways, y'all got some crazy names. Anyways, Deadpool 3 is now set to release in theaters in May 4th, 2024, which I am all for, you guys. So, what do we think about this? Only positive things. I mean, this is good. This is good for fans. This is good for non-fans. It's just good all around. Like I'm all for it, and I'm happy that it got pushed up. I just hope that, you know, the writer's strike doesn't really hurt it. You know, Ryan Reynolds likes to ad lib and stuff, but they can't really do that on set because that's considered writing. So they're not allowed to do it. But I have to be honest with you. If Ryan Reynolds ad-libbed, do you think people on the set or in the movie would be all like, oh yeah, he was ad-libbing left and right. He was crossing that picket line. So I don't think they would. I think they would be fine with it, but we'll see how it turns out. I really hope that we see Wolverine in his classic yellow and brown outfit, or yellow and blue, that spandex one. But at the same time, I'm all like, you know what? It's fine. I trust Ryan Reynolds with these movies because I think that both movies have been really good. I like the first one better than the second one, but I did like the second one a lot. So, like, I don't have bad things to say about it. I just like the first one better. All right, you guys, that is my first story of the week. So for my second story of the week, you guys, so I didn't comment on this one during the week. I was going to make a standalone video during the week instead of doing it now on Sunday, but I wanted to talk about it because some other stuff had come up with this renewal of Superman and Lois. So it's bittersweet because it saddens me if this is going down like this. But let's read it. This comes from Deadline, my favorite. And it says Superman and Lois, Dylan Walsh, Emmanuelle Chriqui among seven cast members not returning. Michael Cudlitz promoted to regular for season 4. So if you look here, these are the 7 people that looks like might not be returning to Superman and Lois season 4, which really bums me out and makes me question how are they going to do this show without these characters. I've always thought that the CW shows have way too many cast members, but like this article says, maybe they can return in a recurring, not a recurring role, but a supportive role. We have a couple of episodes that they're in, but we'll see how they do it. All right, so let's get to this. So it says, all right, so it says the CW Superman and Lois has set the returning cast for the recent pickup 10 episode 4th season. With 4 of the 12 seasons, with 4 of the 12 season 3 series regulars coming back amid budget cuts. Let's see. I don't think I read that right. Let me reread that because I don't think I read that right. The CW Superman and Lois has set the returning cast for the recent pickup 10 episode 4th season, with 4 of the 12 season 3 series regulars coming back amid budget cuts. Okay, gotcha. All right. Ooh, man. And they're just talking about the 4 main characters, the Superman and Lois and the 2 boys. Departing as series regulars are Dylan Walsh, Emmanuelle, and I've never known how to say her name, Chriqui, Eric Valdez. I'm not going to say all their names, but you know who they are. Anyways, Deadline has learned 5 of them had been on the show from the start. Walsh, Chriqui, Valdez, Parks, and Navarrete. That's the girl that plays the daughter. Anyways, the hope is for this subset to guest star / recur next season, reprising their roles subject to interest on their part and availability, which really bums me out. I don't know how they're going to do this. Okay, so returning for season 4 are Tyler Hoechlin and Elizabeth Tulloch. There we go. As the title characters, fellow series regulars Michael Bishop and Alex Garfin as their children, as well as Michael Cudlitz, who plays Lex Luthor. Sources tell Deadline. Introduced this season as a guest star, the Southland alum is being promoted to a series regular for season 4. Chadell Coleman had a season-long season 3 series regular arc. Warner Brothers Television, which produced Superman and Lois with studio-based Berlanti Productions, declined comment. Yeah, I think this is going to be a problem for them, and we'll talk about why I think this is going to be a problem for them. Maybe among some people, not me though. As Deadline reported, the renewals for Superman and Lois and All-American Homecoming came with significant budget cuts that included reducing the number of series regular cast members. For Superman and Lois, the process has been completed. For sophomore All-American Homecoming, it is still ongoing. A strong linear and digital ratings performer, Superman and Lois is more expensive than other CW homegrown dramas. Oh my goodness, I am having a problem with this story. Due to extensive special efforts. In addition to trimming the cast, the series likely would lean more heavily into its core premise as a family drama going forward while still honoring its superhero roots. Additionally, unlike other renewed Legacy CW scripted series, which received 13-episode pickups, Superman and Lois got a 10-episode season 4 order, likely tied into its higher cost. Cast reductions have become the norm amid industry-wide belt tightening and declining linear ratings. As Deadline reported recently, WB-TV only picked up Bob Etta Leeds, Bill Garnell, and oh my gosh, these people have way too crazy names. Irregulars for next season after the license fee on the CBS comedy series was cut. The rest of the actors were offered to continue as recurring. Most of the actors on Wolf Entertainment NBC drama series are getting their episodic. All right, I don't want to read all that nonsense. On Superman and Lois, Walsh portrays General Sam Lane. Chriqui plays Lana Lane. Cushing. Valdez plays Kyle Cushing. Parks portrays John Henry Irons, Captain Luthor. Navarrete plays the role of Sarah Cushing. And then Hasmick joined the series at the beginning of season 2 in the role of Chrissy Beppo. I don't know how to say her name. Okay, it's all the people that are playing in this season. Okay, so let's go back up here. I have another picture of some of them right here below me. Okay, so here's what's doing. Here's the problem that they have. Okay, the problem that they have is this is a lot of people of color that they have axed from this show. Now, that doesn't bother me because, I don't mind people of color in my shows, and I do like these characters. I can tell you right now, there's not a character on this list that they're axing or an actor that I don't like. I like all these characters. I like them on the show. I think the show is great. And I think this is a loss, and it's not good. It's a bad idea. But at the same time, I totally understand that they need to really bring down that budget. One thing that I also think they need to consider is not breaking down the action sequences. I think that Superman and Lois has done a really good job in balancing out the emotional aspects of it and the action sequences. I think that it does a really great balancing act between that, and I think they do it really good. This season, not the best, but I think that they've done a good job. This news, I think, is going to hurt the show because I think that these characters really help, fill out the show in terms of like an A storyline and a B storyline. And some of these characters take the A storyline, which I think is good. Bringing in Lex Luthor, I think, will be also a positive. I think that not having Lex Luthor in your Superman show is usually not the best idea, but at the same time, it has worked for this show, and him being in prison is actually a good idea also. If they bring these characters back, for at least a couple episodes, I'm all down for that. If they don't bring them back, I will be kind of upset. I hope this isn't the last season though, just because it would be nice to see this show continue for at least 2 more seasons, season 4 and season 5, because I really do like this show and it's a really good show, and I think the writing on it is really good. I think the acting is really good. And I think that the visual effects for TV are pretty good. So I mean, again, I'm happy. It's bittersweet because I'm happy that this got a season 4, but I'm sad that these actors and actresses are not going to be on the show, or at least as series regulars. And I really hope that they bring them back for at least one episode for each character. But I don't know what they're gonna do. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, you guys, that is my second story of the week. So for my third and final story this week, okay, so this comes from comicbookmovie.com. Now, this is a smaller story, but I wanted to talk about it because Marvel has really annoyed me with this specific character, Mephisto. And I saw this story and I wanted to talk about it because, Marvel can suck it. And here's why. They have put out this Mephisto stuff since WandaVision, since the first one. And granted, it's been us fans that it's kind of been our fault, but at the same time, WandaVision led us on. Like, they edged us, and then they didn't let us finish. So because they kept putting, the actors lied, the woman that created that show, she's a big liar. Everybody in this show on that show was just a big jerk about it, and they lied. So let's read this article. It says, as Ironheart, intriguing new details on Mephisto's role may have come to light. Possible spoilers. I doubt it. Anyways, Mephisto, the demonic Marvel comic sorcerer, is expected to make his MCU debut in the upcoming Ironheart Disney Plus series, and some new details on his role may have now come to light. Many fans were convinced that Mephisto was going to be behind the mysterious going-ons in WandaVision right up until the series finale, but the demonic villain was nowhere to be seen. Yeah. Now it's looking more and more likely that the character is going to be everywhere over the next few years. Yeah, I don't believe any of that. I don't believe anything that's said to me about this character because of what happened with WandaVision. Anyways, okay. Though his casting still hasn't been officially announced, Sacha Baron Cohen, Sweeney Todd, and Borat is expected to make his MCU debut as Mephisto in Ironheart, unless he shows up in Agatha Coven of Chaos first. And we now have some very interesting news on how the powerful sorcerer is going to be depicted. According to Scooper, Can We Get Toast? I follow him on Twitter. Mephisto will take human form for the majority of the season and will only be given a brief glimpse of his true devilish visage. Apparently, he will also task the Hood, Anthony Ramos, with stealing the components needed to construct some sort of advanced biosuit. This would gel with a previous report that Mephisto will take a keen interest in technology in the show. We've also heard that he will be the new owner of the Avengers Tower. Dominique Thorne will reprise her role as Riri Williams. Great. After being introduced as the hero in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, producers Nate Moore said that the Ironheart series will serve as a direct sequel to Ryan Coogler's film in a recent interview with Cinema Blend. That show is an outgrowth of how much we liked her in this movie. She was terrible in that movie, so unlikable on the page. So when we talked with Dominique initially, obviously the character had been written to the script and she was the one and only person we talked about for the role. When she said yes and we were down the road with the script, we also started talking with Ryan Coogler about what the show could be. Let's see. So the show is a direct sequel to the movie, he continued, which means it's going to be crap. Anyways, and Riri Williams is carrying the experiences she had in this movie back home to MIT. And there are some interesting repercussions to her adventures that will set her on a fun course. Ironheart still doesn't have a Disney Plus premiere date. This is the tweet from Can We Get Some Toast? And then here is another one. What's this picture right here? I don't know. You can't see it. You remember when Twitter said they were going to show the whole picture, not do this thing again? Okay. That doesn't surprise me that they're doing his human form for the show because it's cheaper to just have Sacha Baron Cohen show up and not have to put all that makeup on, you know? But I mean, cool that Mephisto's gonna actually, like, I don't know, man. I'm not interested in seeing Mephisto not in this form and seeing him in only human form. I'm not interested in that. I want to see his full-on form. Give me Mephisto. Give me all of it. I can take all of it too. But I say that I don't know, man. I don't think this Ironheart show is going to be good anyway, so I really don't care. I'll watch it and cover it, but I don't think it's going to be good. All the Disney Plus shows have sucked so far, so I think it's just going to be bad. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I'm not quite sure, but I just have to say that I'm not excited for it. I don't care, but I will be watching it. All right, you guys. So that was my final story of the week. Tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? How do you feel about Deadpool 3 getting its release date bumped up by like 6 months? I mean, are you guys happy about that? Sad? You can't be sad about that. It's awesome. We're going to get it sooner rather than later. Yes, please. And I'm excited for this movie. I think it's going to be so good. I mean, I'm already in love with it, so it doesn't even matter if it, you know, I have that cognitive dissonance. But the first two were good. So like this one, it has to be good, right? And, you know, and then tell me, what do you guys think about Superman and Lois getting a season 4 renewal, but also losing 7 of its main cast members? Like, how do you guys feel about that? I think it's a bummer. I really wish that it wasn't going away, because I really do like the show and I like all the characters on it. So it's a really big bummer that these characters are going to be taking a back seat when they've already kind of taken a back seat to the main characters. But yeah, and I really hope they bring him back for at least a couple of episodes for season 4. And yeah. And then finally, how do you guys feel about this Mephisto information that we got with Sacha Baron Cohen being mostly in his human form, and then he's trying to get some weird bio suit? Like, any of us care about that? Mephisto is magic based, so I don't understand why he's interested in technology. I mean, I guess the Ironheart show, I am interested in that whole thing of technology versus magic. I do like that whole aspect, but at the same time, I don't care about this show, and I do not think it's going to be good. It's going to be bad. Riri Williams is a terrible character from the comic books and from that stupid Black Panther movie. So it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. And Dominic Thorne didn't do a good job, and the character was completely unlikable. So I don't see Wilson. And, you know, Mephisto, I guess, is being played up for comedic purposes because they're getting Sacha Baron Cohen. And I don't think that they should play him up for comedic value, but whatever. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out, but it's going to turn out bad. You know it is. But all right, you guys, tell me what you guys think about all of this. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week on my week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye.
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my week in review.